woman's greeting is not just a casual moment. It is a psychological window into how she truly feels about you. Most men miss these small signals because they expect grand gestures, when in reality, the female mind communicates desire through subtle, emotionally intelligent cues. When a woman is secretly interested, her greeting transforms. It carries softness, warmth, and intention, even if she tries to hide it. Women do not risk emotional vulnerability with men who feel unsafe, untrustworthy, or undesirable. So when she greets you with extra energy, extra sweetness, or extra attention, understand that this behavior is not random. It is rooted in her psychology. Women invest effort only where they feel emotional pull. If her greeting feels different, it's because you hold a place in her mind that other men do not. When she greets you with a longer eye contact, she is letting her guard down. Eye contact is one of the strongest subconscious indicators of attraction for women. If her eyes soften or her face lights up when she sees you, it is because your presence triggers a positive emotional response. And women simply do not fake this with men they are indifferent toward. When she smiles more than necessary, it reveals comfort, joy, and anticipation. A woman who secretly wants you cannot control the micro expressions that show up when she feels excited. Her smile is not just politeness. It is an emotional leak. It is her subconscious giving away what her conscious mind may be trying to hide. Her tone of voice also changes. She may greet you with a slightly higher pitch, a softer tone, or a more playful rhythm. This happens because attraction activates emotional centers in the brain, creating warmth in her interactions. Women rarely speak to men they don't want with that much sweetness. If she greets you in a way that feels like you are the highlight of her moment, it's not accidental. Pay attention to how often she initiates the greeting. Women who have no interest avoid starting interactions, especially with men they don't want to encourage. But when she consistently says, first, when she breaks the silence, when she creates reasons to greet you, she is showing interest while protecting her pride. Women prefer subtle invitations, not bold announcements. Another powerful cue is proximity. If she gets a little closer when she greets you, stands in your space comfortably, or doesn't step back, she's telling you she feels safe with you. A woman only allows closeness when there is trust and emotional desire. Physical nearness during greetings is one of the clearest signals men overlook. And finally, her attention reveals everything. If she pauses her conversation, stops scrolling, or disengages from others just to greet you, she is prioritizing you. Women give their attention to what matters emotionally. If you notice she greets you with more presence, more energy, and more enthusiasm than anyone else, it is because your presence affects her. A woman's greeting style often mirrors her comfort level and emotional openness toward you, and understanding this one principle can completely change the way you read female behavior. Most men underestimate how much information is hidden in a small smile, or a shift in tone. Women rarely come forward directly with their feelings, not because they are deceptive or confusing by nature, but because emotional safety is the foundation of how they operate. Their greetings, therefore, become a quiet but powerful signal of how much they emotionally trust you, value your presence, or secretly desire a deeper connection. When a woman is indifferent, her greeting is neutral, short, and polite. It's flat, predictable, and carries no emotional color. But when she greets you with subtle warmth, extended eye contact, a softer voice, or a noticeable shift in energy, it is her psychology revealing something she may not be ready to verbalize. Women are naturally cautious with their emotional expression. They often test the environment around a man before revealing any deeper interest. So the way she greets you becomes a subconscious emotional scan. If she feels safe or drawn to you, you will notice small but meaningful differences. Her eyes may brighten, her voice may soften, her tone might lift slightly, or her smile may become fuller than usual. These expressions are not scripted. They are spontaneous responses triggered by the emotional centers in her brain. A woman cannot fully control these micro reactions, especially when she is around someone who activates her curiosity or attraction. The greeting you receive is often the purest expression of her true feelings because it happens before she has time to think, plan, or mask her emotions. When a woman secretly wants you, her greeting often carries anticipation. She may look like she was waiting for you even if she wasn't consciously aware of it. Her body language might lean toward you slightly. She might tuck her hair, adjust her clothes, or unconsciously try to present herself a bit better. These actions are not performed to impress the entire world. They are directed at the man who matters. A woman who feels nothing for you will never change her emotional posture when you walk in. She will greet you with a tone that feels identical to how she greets everyone else. But a woman who is drawn to you will give you greetings that feel richer, deeper, and more personal. You become the exception, and her psychology reflects that. Another layer to this is the consistency of her greetings. A woman can act friendly one time out of politeness, but consistent warmth is almost always a signal of emotional investment. If she always greets you with enthusiasm, if her eyes always search for yours, if she never forgets to acknowledge your presence, even when she is busy or surrounded by other people, these are strong markers of genuine desire. Women are careful with consistency. They do not give it freely. They do not extend warmth repeatedly to a man they do not value. Her repeated behavior becomes undeniable evidence of how she truly feels. The emotional openness in her greeting is also shaped by how you make her feel internally. If you bring her peace, security, or excitement, she will greet you like someone who matters. If you bring confusion, pressure, or discomfort, she will greet you with minimal energy. Women protect their emotional space fiercely. If she greets you with affection, softness, or enthusiasm, it's because you have already passed her internal emotional filters. Many men think attraction is only about looks or confidence, but a woman's greeting reveals something more important: emotional resonance. If she feels understood by you, respected by you, or emotionally safe around you, even without a single romantic word exchanged, her greeting will show it. A woman's greeting also reflects her level of vulnerability towards you. If she is trying to hide her feelings, she might still give you a greeting that feels shy, slightly awkward, or unusually gentle. These subtle behaviors indicate that she is aware of her feelings, but is managing them carefully. If she greets you with nervous laughter or avoids your eyes for a second before looking back, her body is wrestling with attraction and caution simultaneously. These are powerful signals because they come from a place of emotional truth. The psychology behind her greeting is also influenced by how she perceives your emotional intelligence. Women respond differently to men who are observant, patient, and respectful. If she senses that you understand her subtly, she will allow herself to greet you more openly. If she feels you are emotionally careless or self-centered, she will pull back. This is why men who are calm, grounded, and attentive often receive the warmest greetings. From women's subtle physical cues during greetings reveal subconscious attraction signals, and this is one of the most underrated truths in female psychology. Women rarely announce their interest directly. Instead, their bodies speak long before their words do. When a woman sees a man she secretly wants, her physical responses shift in ways she cannot fully control. The way she stands, the way she angles her body, the way she uses her hands, even the micro movements of her eyes, these are emotional signatures that appear only around someone who triggers her attraction. Most men never learn to read these signals because they expect something obvious, something dramatic, something loud. But women communicate desire in silence, in softness, and in the details of their presence. When she greets you, one of the first cues to notice is her posture. If she straightens her back, adjusts her clothes, or subtly prepares herself as soon as she notices your presence, it means you have affected her internal state. These are automatic behaviors. Women do not perform them consciously for men they do not care about. Her body naturally wants to appear composed and attractive in front of a man who matters to her. Another sign is how she positions her feet or shoulders. If her body naturally turns toward you, even slightly, this indicates openness. A woman will never orient her body toward a man she finds threatening, boring, or emotionally irrelevant. Orientation is one of the deepest psychological markers of interest. Eye movement is even more revealing. If she greets you with longer eye contact, soft eyes, or eyes that flick down and then up again, it shows she is processing you emotionally. The downward glance followed by a quick upward look is a classic subconscious attraction signal. It reflects shyness, curiosity, and desire all at once. A woman who is uninterested will greet you with quick, polite eye contact and break it instantly. There will be no emotional depth, no warmth, no extended connection. But a woman who is secretly drawn to you will struggle to hide the softness in her gaze. Another powerful cue is touch, or even the possibility of touch. If she brushes your hand lightly when handing something to you, if she tucks her hair behind her ear while talking to you, if she plays with her fingers or jewelry during the greeting, these actions indicate nervous excitement. Women often touch their hair, neck, or hands when greeting a man they feel attracted to because these gestures help them manage emotional tension. These self-touch signals are not random. They are psychological indicators that her heart rate has slightly increased due to your presence. Distance also matters. If she closes the gap between you even by a few inches, if she steps closer instead of staying neutral, if she enters your personal space while greeting you, it means she feels safe with you. Women guard their personal zone carefully and only allow closeness with men who feel emotionally trustworthy. If she leans in when saying hello, if she doesn't back away when you step closer, or if she intentionally stands within comfortable distance, that is her subconscious telling you she enjoys your presence. All these physical cues create a map of her emotional state. Women do not express attraction through big moves. They reveal it through micro behaviors rooted in psychology. A man who learns to read these cues will never again feel confused about what a woman truly feels, because her body always speaks the truth even when her mind tries to